Right now at 6, the suspect in a La Crosse drive-by shooting is pleading guilty.
And students across the region are returning for their first day of school.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
The suspect in a La Crosse drive-by shooting is now accepting a plea deal. DeAndrew Grant is pleading guilty to attempted first-degree intentional homicide, substantial battery, first-degree recklessly endangering safety, and possessing a firearm as a convicted out-of-state felon. His remaining counts are dropped. Now, Grant had faced 29 felonies for allegedly shooting 6 people outside Polito's Pizza in downtown La Crosse in June of 2023. Courts had denied Grant's previous claim of mental incompetence for the charges related to the shooting. His sentencing hearing is now set for November 1st.
A man is dead and another injured following a motorcycle crash in Crawford County. The accident happened just after 5 p.m. on Sunday in the township of Freeman. 39-year-old Matthew Kellerman was headed northbound on Highway 35 when he swerved to avoid a rear-end collision, causing him to lose control of his motorcycle. He and his passenger, 48-year-old Tanil Zempel, were ejected from the vehicle. Kellerman was airlifted to the hospital where he later died. Zempel suffered minor injuries. Neither of them were wearing helmets or protective gear.
The man accused in the murder of a UW-Whitewater gymnast has been identified. On Friday, 21-year-old Kara Welsh was shot dead inside an off-campus apartment in Whitewater. 23-year-old Chad Richards now faces several charges, including first-degree intentional homicide and endangering safety. Richards was listed as a member of Whitewater's wrestling team for the 2021-22 season. Richards is held in the Walworth County Jail on a $1 million cash bond.
No one is hurt after a La Crosse house fire this morning. Around 9 a.m., fire crews responded to a fire on 9th Street South between Main and King Streets. Fire crews responded within 1 minute of the fire alarm and found all residents safely outside on arrival. Officials say overloaded electrical wiring started the fire. The residents are displaced and the house has moderate fire and smoke damage.
A Necedah homeowner will not be charged for a house fire that killed 6 people. In June, a group of 6 was renting the property while on vacation. The house caught fire and killed all 6 of them. The Juneau County District Attorney says he's reviewed police reports and is now not advising criminal charges against that property owner.
Well, the fantastic weather that we had through Labor Day continues this week. For the most part, we might have a few changes here for this week and more changes as we go through the weekend. But all in all, a fantastic start to the work week, really. Overall, this evening, no issues to speak of, getting back down to the upper 60s with that south wind beginning to pick up for La Crosse. Eau Claire, similar type of conditions. We'll get into a little bit more of a haze because of some smoke out there, but otherwise low 60s with that south wind picking up too. There's your current temperatures right now for the last couple hours, mainly in the 70s. A few spots got into the upper 70s. Cloud cover a little bit down to the south, but what you can't really see is once we change it, there's a little bit of haze more as you go closer to Rhinelander with the smoke that does increase from wildfires out west. Overall, it's not influencing any surface visibility, but it is out there. Our other system that we're watching for Thursday's chance of rain is still well out to the western Dakotas into eastern Montana, so still got a ways to go with it, but it will be approaching, but not tonight. Overall, temperatures may drop not quite as cool as we've had for the past few nights. Still, some of the colder spots may get into the mid to upper 40s. Otherwise, that south wind begins to pick up. Then as we go throughout tomorrow, we're going to see more of the same. You'll see a little bit warmer, but we are tracking rain for Thursday and then a big cool down coming next weekend. We'll explain that a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, President Biden is set to make a campaign stop in rural Vernon County this week. According to the White House, he'll be in Westby Thursday afternoon, where he's expected to highlight how his policies have helped small-town Wisconsin families. His visit comes the week after former President Donald Trump had a town hall in La Crosse.
Derek Van Orden toured ORC Industries in Arcadia with Ashley Furniture representatives. ORC Industries has been packaging furniture parts for Ashley Furniture stores since 1978. The congressman met with employees and learned more about the company's mission to advance the independence and self-sufficiency of people with disabilities through employment opportunities. Van Orden says he knows how important work programs for people with disabilities can be.
We got to understand that there's a place for these programs, and there's a lot of well-intending people that want to end these programs, and they simply just do not have a holistic understanding of people with profound disabilities and the different sets of benefits that are provided by the Social Security Administration and other parts of our government.
DVO also went on to say it was heartwarming to see how excited the employees at ORC were to come to work every day.
Well, today is the first day of school for many kids across the Badger State, including La Crosse. Over at Southern Bluffs Elementary, it was a day filled with big changes. While kindergartners adapted to their new classrooms, the school's new principal, Amanda Durnan, got to meet her students. Although some kids are definitely bummed about summer being over, parents are excited for the new year.
Just him being back in school and being around other children and not sitting at home all day.
Teachers are hoping to keep the positive energy going throughout the school year. Southern Bluffs has chosen the theme Adventure is Waiting for the school year because learning, they say, is the ultimate adventure.
Students in Eau Claire headed back to the classroom today. They were greeted by a special guest, Governor Tony Evers. The governor stopped by Manns Elementary around 10 a.m. this morning as part of his annual back-to-school tour. Governor Evers, a former educator himself, has made investing in Wisconsin schools a top priority throughout his administration, and he says he'll continue fighting for school funding at the state level.
We can't have our school districts, constantly going to the taxpayers to ask for more money just to keep the doors open. We can do better at the state level, and we'll do whatever we can in the next budget to make sure that that money is there.
After lunch, Evers headed to Superior Middle School and then made his way to Milwaukee to stop at schools over there.
Stoddard Elementary opened its new outdoor learning space to students today. The pavilion, built in honor of Nevaeh Demiski, a former fourth grader at Stoddard Elementary who was killed in a car accident 3 years ago. Donations from a yearly fundraiser called NeviFest went toward the build. Brickell Brothers designed and built the space, and Finney Concrete donated the cement. Derek Fulsang of Stoddard Elementary says plans for use of the pavilion remains an open book.
They wanted a place where a kid could find a friend. So if you're on the playground and a kid needed to hang out with somebody, just talk to somebody, this could be that safe place to come. And then we also talked about it being a place where we can come read outside in the shade.
NeviFest plans on continuing to donate proceeds from their yearly fundraiser to the elementary school. Stoddard plans to build new cubbies for kindergartners and first graders next.
Onalaska middle school students are starting up in the midst of a $50 million renovation project. Construction of a two-story addition for classrooms, an artificial turf area, and a new roadway on the north side of the building for family drop-offs and pickups have already been completed. The new roadway will make drop-offs and pickups much easier for families and staff.
It's going to be great, though, to have a dedicated drop-off and pickup lane so that we don't need to be clogging up the city streets with that. And so having a dedicated space for that will just make it safer and, just a more smooth process as well.
Additions to 8th grade classrooms and a 21,000 square foot Boys and Girls Club are among construction projects still underway. Renovations are set to be completed by the end of summer 2025.
Both the Harris and Trump campaigns taking a break from the trail.
But both parties are still working to get their messages out. We'll have those details when we return.
I was robbed. They tried to run me over with a getaway car. He almost killed me right over here. He was laughing as he fractured my skull.
Amanda's attacker was an illegal immigrant drug dealer arrested twice before, but released by San Francisco DA Kamala Harris.
If Kamala Harris hadn't let him out, this never would have happened to me.
Kamala put violent illegals, convicted felons, back on the streets.
Kamala just doesn't care about protecting people like me.
Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When you want to make your home a warmer, more welcoming place, it's hard to beat the feel of a fire. Transform your home with a Heat and Glow gas insert from La Crosse Fireplace Company. Enjoy all the coziness with none of the hassle. No cleanup, no drafts, and low maintenance. Just efficient and reliable warmth made easy. Your new Heat and Glow fireplace can be installed in just a day, right inside your outdated wood fireplace. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
You just have to get in the seat of a John Deere Gator XUV 835M, not because of the spacious cargo box, or because it can tackle any terrain, not even because it tows up to 4,000 pounds. You just have to get in the seat because something about being this productive just makes you smile.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
My day is packed. Client meetings, patient rounds, getting kids out the door.
But Eric Hovde thinks all women care about is Hollywood.
It's just deplorable. Sadly, with females, they spend too much time focused on what's going on in Hollywood.
Well, guess what, Eric Hovde?
We know you supported overturning Roe versus Wade.
And we know you'd vote for a national abortion ban, too.
Eric Hovde must think he knows better than us.
What is wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Election Day is now just 9 weeks away, but in North Carolina, voters can cast their ballots as early as this week.
Both presidential nominees are off the trail today, perhaps to prepare for their first debate next Tuesday. But CBS's Skylar Henry found both campaigns are still fighting for every vote.
And I'm back. You are. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar headlined a bus tour on reproductive freedom for Vice President Kamala Harris in South Florida Tuesday, just 10 miles from former President Donald Trump's home.
Women turned away from emergency rooms, forced to the brink of death before receiving the care they need. And that is what Donald Trump is so proud of.
Voters in at least 10 states, including Florida, have measures related to abortion on the ballot this fall.
There is so many impacts that are hurting people who actually want kids, too.
Last week, Trump announced he'd make fertility services like IVF free for all Americans, but didn't detail how the government would pay for the plan. Trump also confirmed he will vote to uphold Florida's abortion ban.
Nothing trumps God's law, and God says it's murder.
The fight over reproductive rights is a major topic in this year's presidential election. The campaigns are expected to focus on that and several other top issues over the course of the next 2 months, including immigration and the economy. Recent polls show a tight race in the battleground states and nationwide. Harris will take her message to voters in New Hampshire Wednesday. On social media, Trump criticized Democrats for stripping the state of its first-in-the-nation primary and encouraged voters in the grandest state to vote for him.
It is the only book that covers my time in the White House.
Trump's new coffee table book, Save America, is also now available. The cover, the image captured following his assassination attempt in July. It's already one of Amazon's top-selling books. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
In Michigan, a judge today ruled Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s name must remain on the presidential ballot.
The third-party candidate is now supporting Trump and trying to remove his name from battleground state ballots where the race should be close.
His name also still on Wisconsin ballots. Well, we'll have more news in the next few minutes, but first.
Still got mild conditions through Wednesday, but we do have a front coming with some showers Thursday. But the bigger story behind that front will be even the cooler conditions that'll go on through the weekend. We'll break down the rain chances and how cool it'll be coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Eric Hovde, multimillionaire California banker, named one of Orange County's most influential residents. A glamorous lifestyle, the best parties. Hovde bragged about being in the 1%, but accused Wisconsin farmers of not working hard. Now, this California banker wants to buy a Senate seat in Wisconsin. Eric Hovde, what an arrogant, phony fraud. DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Does your child have sleep disorders, ADHD, ADD, speech issues, or mouth breathing? These are a few symptoms of a myofunctional disorder. If left untreated, it can cause disrupted sleep, TMJ pain, snoring, and other health problems. At Allen Dental, our myofunctional therapist will develop a plan to retrain the face, mouth, and throat muscles, leading to better sleep, mouth alignment, and nasal breathing, which has so many benefits for overall health. Contact Allen Dental today to schedule your appointment.
Improving your home, improving your life with new windows. If you are tired of old windows that don't open or close properly, that are drafty and cold, that are rotting and falling apart, your life can be better. Enjoy comfort, convenience, and peace of mind with new windows. Feel good when your home looks great inside and out. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store, 524 Copeland, La Crosse.
Your journey to wellness begins at Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where excellence in orthopedic care is a reality. From initial consultation to post-operative recovery, every step of the way is tailored to you. The numerous awards for orthopedic services are a testament to our entire team's skill and dedication. Your path to wellness is paved with our unwavering support and expertise. Trust us for a brighter, more active tomorrow. Vernon Memorial Healthcare.
Looking to unlock the door to your dream home? Look no further. Stop dreaming and start living when you apply for a home loan with Ultra. With our competitive rates, local servicing, and an expert team, we can help turn your dreams into a reality. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, applying is easy and hassle-free. Get started online or visit your local Ultra office, where your dream home awaits. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Yeah, we ended August pretty much on a cooler note, although we had some hot days or humid days towards the end. So now as we go into September, the one thing you'll notice is the temperatures continue to fall, which everyone realizes we're about the near 80 in the beginning of the month. Towards the end, we're about in the upper 60s, so about a 10-degree fall. Average first frost, a lot of places will see that towards the end of the month, and we have a lot of foggy mornings in September, a lot of the valley fogs, which is pretty typical. So that's what we expect on the average of September. And we're going to kind of start off with it like we should be expecting. Overall, the system that we're keeping an eye on for the Thursday chance of rain that'll be coming, it's just entering eastern Montana into the Dakotas. Ahead of that, it's a little bit warmer air as that south wind begins to pick up. So we'll see a little bit warmer air come our way just for tomorrow before we start seeing cooler air, because this system, combined with a system well to the north towards Alaska, in fact, is going to dive southeastward and going to give us some much cooler, even chillier conditions going behind this front into next weekend. Now, the background of this is not actually temperatures. This is the smoke. We do have some smoke out there from the wildfires out west, much more thick as you go further north. It's not infecting the surface, but aloft you're going to see that haze. So this red means definitely a lot more haze. The blue is less of it. So we're going to see some of that kind of off and on through the next day and a half too. But temperatures overall waking up, we'll see that south wind pick up. So by midday, we're probably going to be in the mid to upper 70s for most locations. Less smoke as you go further northeast, but then we do have another little batch to the west that'll begin to bring some more haze potentially in for Wednesday. Temperatures overall through the afternoon topping in the 80s for most locations or getting pretty close. That wind will pick up, and then we start seeing a little bit more cloud cover to the north. That's from the system that'll be approaching, still dry through Wednesday evening and most of the night, but we'll still have this red down there. You can kind of see La Crosse to Decorah, so we'll see more of that haze continuing to push into the area. So that's really about the story we're going to see for the next 24 hours. Temperatures, as I mentioned, 80s most of the areas, upper 70s. Pretty close to where we should be for this time of year. Plenty of sun minus the haze out there. Here's that system. It looks like Thursday morning's commute. There's a potential for some showers to come through about that time, especially further north to go. That front will kind of slide southeastward throughout the day. So a little bit more shower activity. Not expecting severe weather, but we could see showers and potentially a thunderstorm. The bigger picture behind that is all this cool, this blue, even shades going to begin to dip south. And we're going to see a better punch of cooler air than we saw this past weekend. That'll bring temperatures potentially into the 60s for highs and actually lows in the 40s to even 30s through Saturday, Sunday, and eventually into Monday. So we're going to see kind of a similar shut that we saw this past weekend. It's just going to be cooler than what we saw this past weekend. So you see temperatures, high temperatures in the mid to upper 60s for most locations, 40s, and then we'll actually see some areas outside of La Crosse could see some 30s, even frost potential as we go throughout the weekend, and then it starts warming up towards next week. So it's definitely going to have a taste of fall once we get past Thursday, and you'll definitely feel it this upcoming weekend, because if you thought this past weekend was kind of cool or maybe chilly in the morning, next weekend will be even worse. So
yeah, down to 40s. Look at that.
Yeah, like I said, some areas may see their first frost in some of the colder locations by this weekend.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Eagles preparing for a Week 1 matchup from the Empire State in a couple of days. Plus, after a 2-0 start to the season, find out how one area squad's feeling as they get ready for their first conference matchup Friday. Jacob is next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Get ready for the holidays and save money during our fall sale at Interior Designs Holman. All of our carpets are on sale. You'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimates in your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
We've got a bunch of teams who are off to 2-0 starts to the football season, one of those being the Luther Knights. They've got wins over Blair Taylor and Bangor to start this season, but now it's time for conference play, and the Knights are back in the Cooley Conference for the first time since 2019. Luther has made the playoffs each of the last 3 seasons, and now in his 3rd season as starting quarterback, Jackson Kendall is confident in his game, even though the pregame butterflies are still there.
You still get nervous before every game, but that's a good thing, and the experience has definitely helped me. The game has definitely slowed down a lot. My sophomore year was going really fast, and I always didn't make the right plays and just didn't always execute them the best that I could. And this year's slowed down, and I know where to go with the ball more and just know what to do with it.
The team has faced an injury bug a little bit early in the season as they've seen a couple of offensive linemen go down, but it's the next man up mentality, and they know they just need a few seconds so Kendall can go out and make a play.
Up front, we just know if we give him time, he'll make something happen, so it just gives us a little more drive to give him that extra few seconds, whatever it is.
I've seen him really evolve that way with managing the game even better and managing the teammates now too. So his leadership has been just outstanding. Yeah.
Coach Colme is also excited about their new defensive improvements this year as the team collected a shutout last week. The Knights begin Cooley Conference play later this week when they host GET, and you can catch those highlights on the Friday Night Frenzy. The UW lacrosse football team is just 2 days away from their season opener against RPI near Albany, New York. The Eagles set out on a 18-hour bus ride yesterday. Not your typical start to the season, but nonetheless, UWL will be tested as the Engineers haven't had a losing season since 2011. They return a ton of talent from the 2023 season, and Matt Giannis knows week 1 will be anything but a walk in the park.
You watch them, like the schemes that they're running on offense, schemes that they're running on defense, like our coaches themselves are going to be challenged as well throughout that game. So yes, that is in terms why we're trying to do some of this stuff too, so that we're ready to go come, when UW Platteville comes here on October 5th.
Kickoff for that one is set for 4 p.m. Central Time on Thursday. And also as a reminder, nice little graphic behind us for the reminder, the News 8 Sports Pick'em is coming back this week as well. So you'll be challenging us 3 and Kate Overton as well. So we are looking forward to that. Head to our website to catch that link. So looking forward to that one, guys.
Yeah, just picking the winner of each NFL game on a week-to-week basis. I just put my picks in about 45 minutes ago.
I still have to do mine.
Yep.
Feeling pretty confident. Obviously picking the Packers to beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
You have to.
Although
I'm doing strict girl strategy on this one. Whoever has the cutest players, right?
Okay. Because there are a few
That was
ways.
my strategy.
So you guys will just have to say.
Do that.
Oh.
That's the only way I've
Should be
got
fun,
going
though.
for
Please
me,
make sure you join in every week. There's good prizes up for
That's
grabs.
right. Before kickoff on Thursday night every week.
Yep, sounds good. Okay, we'll have another look at your forecast right after this.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
It's been a long 3 months, and shortly the little darlings will be headed back to school. If you need order restored at your home, let the team at Maxwell White undo the chaos.
Donald Trump's back, and he's out for control.
I would have every right to go after them.
Complete control.
I will wield that power very aggressively.
And he has a plan to get it.
Detailed plans for exactly what our movement will do.
It's called Project 2025, a 922-page blueprint to make Donald Trump the most powerful president ever. Overhauling the Department of Justice, giving Trump the unchecked power to seek vengeance, eliminating the Department of Education, and defunding K-12 schools, requiring the government to monitor women's pregnancies and severe cuts to Medicare and Social Security. Donald Trump may try to deny it, but those are Donald Trump's plans.
Well, revenge does take time, I will say that. And sometimes revenge can be justified.
He'll take control, we'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
It's been a long 3 months, and shortly the little darlings will be headed back to school. If you need order restored at your home, let the team at Maxwell White undo the chaos.
All right, another really clear, kind of really cool night back in the 50s for most areas. Could be some upper 40s. You'll notice the wind will start picking up tomorrow, especially as we go on there. So temperatures overall should be a little bit warmer, more 80s than rain by Thursday, and then much cooler as we go towards next weekend.
But tonight, no issues, right?
No issues. Take it home with you. Thanks for joining us at 6.
We'll see you at 10.